Hey Kershaw County, this is Lauren Reeder, your Public Information Officer for Kershaw County. I am here today with Amy Kynard, the Executive Director of Kershaw County Chamber of Commerce, as well as your Vice Chairman, Sammy Tucker for Kershaw County Council. We've got some great news. This is our next segment in Kershaw County Talks Business, and wanted to kind of get into the new grant that County Council just approved. It's the Small Business Stabilization Grant Program. So I wanted to talk to Amy and Sammy today a little bit more about it. If you're a small business, stay tuned because this is some good information. Sammy, can you explain a little bit about the Small Business Stabilization Grant Program for us?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Lauren. And we, the County Council, had decided this last month, was put together by Chairman Burns and ad hoc committee to study what the needs were for the small business that's going through the COVID-19. And through that study, we had recommended to County Council by that ad hoc committee that we should appropriate funds to help our small struggling business here in Kershaw County with brick and mortar spaces that are affected by the COVID-19.
Wonderful. So as of this week, County Council voted and approved this ordinance, which is the grant funding, up to $1 million from our emergency funds.
Yes, right. From our emergencies, let me speak a little bit about that. Our emergency disaster funds, which back in 2018, Council had the forethought of putting aside some emergency funds for like tornadoes and hurricanes. Never envisioned this disease or this virus that's here upon us today, but it's a great thing that we've done that, and now we would like to just help our small businesses.
Now, speaking of helping small businesses, tell me how much a business can apply or receive with this grant funding.
Okay, the business can receive up to $7,500. Doesn't mean because you apply for $75, you will get $75, but that will be the max. And we're hoping that this will reach as many businesses as possible.
Wonderful. All right, so let's talk about the qualifications, Amy. What qualifies a business to receive or potentially receive these funds?
Well, the first piece is the business has to have 20 or fewer employees.
Okay.
And those employees can't all be family members, so we'll watch out for that. But they also need to have been hit or hurt in some way financially by the COVID-19 situation. So they have to show that their business has depleted in some way or decreased in some way due to this virus.
Now, is there any priority that businesses will have over others just when you're looking at the application? Is there any prioritization of that?
Yeah, there is a priority placed on those who are the most vulnerable, who have been hit the hardest. So, but let me be more specific.
Sure, please.
Businesses that are still in operation or businesses who have been shut down as a non-essential business, businesses whose revenue has decreased by 20% or more. I'm sure there's a lot of those out there. And again, as I already said, those that are most vulnerable.
Now, Sammy, what are the requirements for a qualified business to possibly receive these funds?
A couple things, and I'm going to be redundant on a few. They must be located, once again, in Kershaw County. You must have a brick and mortar. You don't have to own. If you rent, that's fine, but you must have a place of business other than your residence. And then you must have been in business as of April 1st, 2020, or year back. So if you have not had your business established by April 1st of 2019, you will not qualify for this assistance.
And to apply, what are the requirements for businesses, like when they apply? What is all that's needed?
We've made it very simple for you. I tell you that ad hoc committee really worked hard and gave council a good product, and that is you apply, fill out the application in complete detail that is asking, submit it, and then that's all you need to do, and make sure that you meet the requirements. And once you do that, you submit it, and then you just sit back and wait on them to get in contact with you.
Thank y'all so much for making that easy on our small businesses.
Yes,
I know that there are a lot of things to worry about, and so that really helps them during this time. Yes. I want to talk about there are ineligible businesses.
Yes.
So can you list for me the ineligible businesses that do not qualify for this grant?
Yes. In our eligible businesses, we're talking about hotels and motels, liquor stores, ABC stores, Red Dots, financial institutions, national and regional chain businesses, private memberships, businesses, fraternities, sororities, adult shops. I think I don't need to go any further with that. And lobbyists. And also there is a little disclaimer in there. If the committee sees that your business is inappropriate, they do have the desire to not approve you. They will ask you those questions when they get your application and they're going over it. So those are some of the things,
Yes.
but it's not limited to.
Wonderful. Yes. And that's actually a great leading question to Amy. Can you talk about who will be kind of reviewing these grants? Who's in charge of reviewing and administering the funds? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, I want to be very clear that this is not a chamber grant, that the chamber is willing to administer the grant on the county's behalf to help our small businesses. And so we are very happy to do that and excited to help anyone, whether they're a member or a non-member, does not matter.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So we will be acting as administrators, which means that we will help the committee that decides who receives the funds and who doesn't. Just organize, help them meet. Once they make decisions, we will then take those decisions and we will actually be cutting the check for those individual businesses. So we're really the secretary, treasurer kind of role when it comes to what's going on.
Well, which is a hard role
Yes.
during this time, so I appreciate that. So let's talk about where they can apply. Where is the application at and how do they apply? And when does the application go online?
Okay, this Friday, April 24th, so that's tomorrow. And you'll be able to find links to it from the county's website as well as the chamber's website.
And is this only online?
It is. If someone has some challenge and isn't able to submit the application online, please, they can call us, let us know, and we will work with you to get your application submitted.
That's wonderful. And last question for you. When a business submits their application, how long, I know that there are a lot of businesses that have applied for the federal loans, things like that, and they haven't gotten the timetable that they expected or were told. So can you explain how long it'll take for them to hear back from the review committee?
Sure. Our goal is to let folks know within 2 weeks of that deadline.
That's fantastic.
So I think it'll be shorter, but I don't want to commit to that because we might get 1,000 applications and this committee's got to review 1,000 applications. So it just kind of depends on the volume, but our goal is 2 weeks.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Sammy,
You're
for
welcome.
all your hard work as being a part of the task force, creating this and implementing it. I so appreciate it. And thank you to council for doing such a wonderful job with creating and allocating funds for this grant program that's going to help our small businesses in Kershaw County. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions regarding this grant application, you can call the Kershaw County Chamber of Commerce at 803-432-2525. And you can always find information linked to the application on our Kershaw County website at kershaw.sc.gov. Thanks so much, Kershaw County. Stay strong, and we'll see you next time.